Scorpio, what up, dope family? Welcome to Swimming Through the Void. This will be a general message today for the sign of Scorpio, wherever that resonates at for you in your birth chart. Keep in mind, we all have an 8th house as part of our birth chart. Time and energy are fluid. So take what resonates here today and leave the rest for someone else. And these readings are timeless as well. So whenever this reading finds you, whenever you stumble across this message, there will be something here for you to help bring you clarity and confirmation, to help empower you, to help you align. Tapping into my Scorpio energy today, I use this Faceted Garden Oracle deck along with this Keepers of the Light Oracle deck to help me catch a vibe as I'm connecting with the collective energy. Just get an overview of what the message is going to be like. Very similar to the collective messages that have been coming through lately as I'm recording this during the eclipse season. Pluto's pretty fresh into Aquarius. We have the North Node and Chiron together. So a lot going on astrologically speaking right now. Really huge pivot point for us collectively. And it honestly, it feels, and this is kind of collectively, it really feels like the wheel's turning in our favor, right? There may be some intense energies, some turbulent energies that we're kind of navigating through at this time, but the divine, it continues to remind me, to remind the collective that this catalyzing energy is bringing us to where we need to be, right? That's exactly what I see here. First card to come through for you today, Scorpio, is the Pollinator, right? This is very similar to the Six of Swords energy, where in tarot we would say, you know, we're moving from one place to the next. We're moving away from something. The worst of the storm is over here. We're over that hump, and now it's kind of like holding on, following the guidance till we get to this next place, till we get to this new land. So with the Pollinator card as well, it speaks about what we're bringing with us to this next flower, so to speak, to this next chapter from our last chapter, right? And are we carrying anything that's weighing us down? Are we trying to hold on to anything that may be weighing us down? Is there any way we could lighten our load energetically, physically, right? And then we have the Pollinator flying right over to this Lotus card. So Scorpio, you truly have made it up out the mud. You really have, and multiple times demonstrated that you are the phoenix that can rise up through anything, right? And there's this message here where, or this energy where it's almost like Scorpio, you stepping into this energy of you shining your light, sharing your story, sharing your art, sharing your healing, sharing your wisdom, or whatever it may be, right? So in the midst of this portal, this divine pause, this pivot point, this shift that we're in right now, especially for Scorpio, right? We have this Ram card and this Wood card, and the card that wanted to like kind of overlook these energies is the Nocturnes card here. So couple different messages. This is about keeping a steady flow, right? This is about not burning ourselves out. This is about not letting our anger, our passion, our emotions, our fire get the best of us, right? Not letting our passion burn us. So there's this energy of really slowing down, Scorpio, finding a center, finding a grounding down into your energy as these as the storm kind of picks up around you, right? 7 of Wands type energy for sure. With that, we have Lord Ganesh coming through with infinite abundance. It says obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing at this time. So as we are closing doors on old chapters and relationships, new doors are swinging open. These new relationships are going to bring some type of value to our journey, to our healing, to our understanding, right? To our soul's learning, really. So we have Lord Ganesh coming through, removing these obstacles so Scorpio can step through into this sunshine. We have Kuthumi, Cloak of Wisdom. This card says you already know the answers you seek, trust what you know. So we have this Cloak of Wisdom, and then this Mary Magdalene card, which is all about the teacher awakens. It says you have something important to share, so follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. And then to tie this together, on the bottom of the Keepers of the Light, we have Lady Venus. Downloads and understanding. Scorpio, your crown chakra is wide open right now. You are a conduit, a portal, a channel of this divine wisdom, this divine light. And so definitely spending some time in meditation, in your own energy, to root these downloads down. It says the truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. And then higher learning, which Cancer had as well. Cancer also had the pollinator in the Lotus card out here. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. So right on the bottom of this deck over here, we have the Passage card as well. So this absolutely feels like not a rite of passage in a way where like you're being tested, but this in a way it is actually, right? Because we're just being called to root down as things are shifting, right? So with that, I'm going to pray real quick and we're going to dive into this message. Scorpio, this feels like it's going to be a big one today, family. Thank you for being in this space with us. Thank y'all for showing up and watching today. Holy Divine Mother and Father, Holy Spirit, Spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ancestors, messages for Scorpio today for their highest good. Anything they need to hear or know. Any messages that will bring them clarity and confirmation. Any messages that will bring healing, wisdom, understanding. Any messages that will help Scorpio align with their highest selves, their highest timelines, their best lives. Of course, above all that, any messages that will help my Scorpio collective family align with the highest divine will be greatly appreciated. All praise and glory to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. Shay, what is the theme of Scorpio's message today? Please, Spirit, Hermit. There we are. Take it on in. Take it on in. And you know, it's number 9 of the major arcana. So not only is it a major arcana, which symbolizes the fact that it is a major energy along your journey, it's actually coming through with the Tower. So there's this old life, this old structure, these old relationships, this old version of us, right? It's been broken down. And regardless of how that's happened, now we stand in the midst of the rubble and we're cleaning up and we're putting things back together and we're making sure that the foundation is strong enough to build something that will last, right? So Hermit Tower, you really are wrapping up a chapter. We're going to jump into this. Oh, and by the way, we're going to be using this new deck that was sent by one of our Void family members. This deck is called the Luminous Void Tarot. Haven't used it much, but from what I've seen, I'm loving it so far. And actually, we start with the star on the bottom of the deck for you as well. So this is alignment. This is deep healing. This is manifestations coming to fruition. So it just feels like, and this is what I've been saying is it's like we're at a play, the curtain closed, and they're setting the stage behind the curtain in order for us to play this next scene out, right? So that's definitely the energy. And with the star, wow, you guys, Judgment. This is a big release, some major soul healing. So now we're going to jump into your energy, Scorpio, and we'll go from there. Virgo out here, Pluto out here. We got Aries, Leo, Sag out here. What is Scorpio's energy, please, Spirit? I have to figure out how I'm going to shuffle these. Ace of Pents, Temperance. Here's that turbulence too. That imbalance, that back and forth energy, that instability, and the Two of Pentacles. And so what I see here is that you are stepping through this portal. There is an opportunity here for a new life, and you're taking that 10 of Cups, Temperance, and you're moving toward what makes you happy. So there's a lot going on right now, but in the midst of that, Spirit's asking us to stay patient, to stay connected with the divine, to continue turning the lead into gold, continue turning the darkness that you've been through into the light that helps you see your path forward and helps others as well, right? This is truly an opportunity to move toward a dream come true. A real life turning point on your path, Scorpio. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. So what's the challenge right now? What's the challenge for Scorpio? What energies are crossing Scorpio? Peep that angel on this Temperance card. So sick. Archangel Gabriel. Scorpio, it looks like you're moving towards something where everybody around you is good, right? It's not just you either. That 10 of Cups involves anyone who's rolling with you, right? So there's a door that's opening right now, Scorpio. This is huge. This is huge. So what is... Someone just beeped outside for comment. This is huge, Scorpio. So what energies are crossing Scorpio right now, please, Spirit? Thank you. Towers. Yeah, this is a breakup or a betrayal. You're leaving someone or something behind here, Scorpio. For some of you, you're leaving like a marriage or a romantic relationship behind. Some of you are leaving a job or a workplace, even a career behind. Some of you are distancing yourself from family dynamics or certain, family members or some, this is really where Scorpio's like, enough's enough. I'm closing the door, right? I'm choosing me. I'm going to move into situations that are working out for me, that are pouring back into me, that are adding some sort of value. A lot of energies around you, Scorpio, could have been draining you, taking advantage of you. What's energies crossing Scorpio, Spirit? You're ready to be happy, man. You've been through so much, Scorpio. Okay, so without dwelling on that 7 of Swords on the bottom, 10 of Swords, it's like without dwelling on that, right? Because the divine has been saying, Scorpio collective, really, it's time to write a new story. So this is where we have to switch our perspective on the story that we tell, right? And we tell it from a different point of view. We tell it from a different angle. This is really where you're closing the door and you're moving toward the light. Literally 10 of Cups, Sun. It's like whatever's being cleared for you right now, Scorpio, it's being cleared because that shit is heavy. That shit's weighing you down. It's not supposed to be there. We're learning something from this, or this energy is acting as a catalyst to our growth, as an initiation to some degree. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. You know the red flags now, right? You're not gonna fall for any BS anymore here. So as you gain this clarity, Scorpio, as things are coming into focus for you, this is really gonna be about you focusing forward, right? So what is incoming for Scorpio? Damn. And I'll say what I mean by that in just a sec. Focusing forward. For some of you, this is love, right? Wow, so similar to Cancer's energy. This is actually pretty crazy. So, again, you are releasing. You're not staying stuck anymore in this energy, whatever it is, Scorpio. Whether it's a relationship, a job, a career, a situation, you are like, no more. I'm going for it, right? 2 of Swords, your judgment. You're making the decision to release it, to set yourself free, to get down off of the tree and move. And again, you have been initiated, Scorpio. You're becoming enlightened. You are truly becoming a master alchemist through your trials and tribulations. And so you're in the lab. You're literally in the lab whipping shit up right now, Scorpio, as we speak. And in this incoming energy, this is where you set yourself free to the 9 of Cups, so you can open up for your wish fulfillment. Like anything that's taking up space that is not wish fulfillment, right? It's like, okay, hold on, this is not wish fulfillment energy right here, right? And some people can take that the wrong way, right? I feel that. But this is, like I always say, don't try to make the story fit. If you're in relationships that are just draining you and you're just a pushover and you do it because you're a good person and blah 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 blah, well, then it's time to take our power back, right? This is not a message of do you get off the tree. It's not a message of selfishness or ego by any means, right? So don't try to, I guess whatever is whatever. And every energy that goes out comes back, my baby. So do what you gonna do, period. What's the advice for Scorpio? Two of Swords, Nine of Cups. We're setting ourselves free to experience what we know we deserve, right? Your heart is opening up here, Scorpio. Forgiveness is so important. What is the advice for Scorpio? Damn, y'all. Damn. Scorpio, man. Strength, Hierophant. You're overcoming this, but man, you are dealing with some BS. Some of my Scorpios out there dealing with some toxic people, some shady people or dynamics, just some BS here. Some of my Scorpios are really in their heads, and spirits really just, it feels like Scorpio knows what it is. Like, you know what action to take or what to do. This is about having the courage to do it, and holding the line, right? Feels like somebody wants to fight you, or there's just this combative BS energy here. So for some of my Scorpios, it's like a self-worth thing. It's like, you know, this is all I'm worth, so I'll stay here. That's the type of energy that's coming through for some of you. High Priestess. So it's going to be different for everyone, but High Priestess, Ace of Cups, Knight of Discs. You are being divinely guided, intuitively pulled, maybe through dreams, signs, synchronicities, times on the clock, animals crossing your path, downloads, whatever it may be. You look up and see a cloud that looks like something, right? There's messages everywhere. Our reality is in constant communication with us. This is you connecting with that and moving with that, moving from that space, okay? Because there's an opportunity here that has a lot of potential to build, to bring fulfillment, to bring stability, peace, happiness, all of the things, right? It's about holding your ground. It's about holding the line right now, Scorpio. Standing up for what your heart believes in, standing up for what you believe in, drawing the line in the sand, not backing down, not folding, right? Justice. So this is a big karmic energetic thing for Scorpio, and I do feel like you're closing the door on a huge karmic contract, moving into new dynamics of relationships, platonic and romantic, because you truly have learned. Eight of Cups, Page of Cups, release to receive. Ace of Swords, take that sword, set yourself free. Queen of Swords. So there's something here for some of you. You're being guided to make a pretty tough decision, or you're being guided to speak your truth, or to make a decision from a place of power, from a place of confidence, from a place of logic rather than fear, uncertainty, lack, insecurity. So let's grab some oracle cards, Scorpio. What a huge message, though. Gnarly, gnarly, gnarly. Tower, Hermit. Moving on. Man, the collective's been getting these powerful messages of ascension. Super gnarly to watch it kind of play out. Spirit, what's the message for Scorpio? Where are we at on time? Eight of Cups, Page of Cups, the Devil. First and foremost, you deserve the world, Scorpio. You're worth the world. Don't settle for less than you're worth. This is about walking away from anything that's any type of devil energy, addictions, obsessions, attachments, bad habits, self-limiting beliefs, negative thought patterns, right? Any type of energy like that. And you're freeing yourself. You are freeing yourself. Maybe it's from a person. Maybe it's from a thought pattern. It's a message for Scorpio. Feast of Plenty, forgiveness. But choices and their consequences is what came through first, number 20. So we're going to read this one. I'm going to hold it up, show you guys this card. Feel free to drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you feel, what you see, sense, hear, psychically, emotionally. What downloads do you get, Scorpio? And y'all got them real life superpowers, psychic gifts and abilities, vision. Scorpio, let me know what this card says to you. If this was the only message that came through for you today, what would this message be saying? Number 20, it's a 2, right? Lots of 2 energy coming through for you as well. Balance, divine masculine, divine feminine. Options, choices, and their consequences, and life's blessings. A great feast is laid out before you and requires you to choose. What will satisfy your hunger? Something new and unconventional with its potential for bitter or savory qualities, or something you already know you love? You're faced with a plethora of options right now, and while that may seem to be an extraordinary thing, too many choices can throw us off balance. We might be worried that once we commit, we won't be able to turn back or refuse to confront the consequences of that decision. The most important thing to realize is that the feast is offering you experience. No amount of overanalyzing or strategizing will help you make the right choice right now. Don't debate in the right or wrongness. Instead, just choose. In the choosing is the seed of the experience, and that is what is necessary now. Sour, bitter, sweet, savory. What matters is relishing the experience until you digest all that your choice is offering you now. Only one warning. Avoid the same choice if it keeps you hungry. If something didn't feel good or does not bring you what it seemingly promised, do not choose that again. The experience will only repeat itself, and you will have more than a bad taste in your mouth. The feast is yours to enjoy. You can always go back for more when you're hungry again, for life's blessings are ever available to you, calling your name. It seems like this closing the door, this release, this forgiveness, again, it really does seem like there's some deep inner work happening right now on forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving another. It just seems to be almost like the key here. So we're going to grab a message from this Keepers of the Light Oracle, see what comes through here as well. What's the message for Scorpio, please? Spirit. Thank you. Theta of Venus and the Pearl of Shadow. So, and I think with the Phoenix, and I think we were talking about both of those things in the beginning of your reading, or it was Cancers, but the Pearl, the Diamond, the Crystal, right? The Lotus. The similarities between all of these things is that they usually have a hell of a time getting to where they are going, right? Think about how a diamond's formed. Think about the pressure that makes that happen, the heat, right? Think about the water that a beautiful lotus has to come up through, right? The mud, the water, the muck. Think about that pearl just being irritated by or that sand getting up in that clam and causing that irritation, right? So there's different types of irritation. There's different types of pressure. There's different types of pain. But there's also beauty that comes from these things. And nature shows us that everywhere, right? When the caterpillar does its little chrysalis thing, that, you know, think about that. It's like, I think I'm just going to go over here and die. It feels like I'm going to die. I'm just going to go die real quick. Like that's, and they go through that. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, check out my new wings, right? And so that's what this feels like, Scorpio. And that's what this middle ground feels like. The integration, the release, that part, right? So I hope that makes sense, y'all. 7. So then you have Garuda, wow, and Yeshe, so y'all as well. You have all of these heavy hitters, all of these divine heavy hitters, vehicles of ascension, vehicles, right? So we have this energy of, you know, and Lord Ganesh coming through. It's like the squad got your back, Scorpio. You are heavily protected, heavily guided right now, and it feels like well on your way to somewhere important. Spiritually. Attune yourself to the higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you, but do not give them a foothold in your heart. You're ready for higher understanding, to see things in a new and more positive light. So allow your inner knowledge to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. Venus is our morning and evening star, the stellar goddess and guardian of our transitional awareness and higher consciousness of the heart. She is the way shower of light and fifth dimensional reality, also known as unity consciousness, Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Her spiritual guardianship of humanity will be complete when our mass consciousness is based on love, light, and divine feminine wisdom. When you connect with Venusian energy, it's an opportunity for increased love, magnetism, and spiritual charisma, a chance to shine your light and manifest your soul purpose with increased grace, synchronicity, and sacred artistry. Some of you are being called to protect your energy. I know that's super, super random. Don't try to make it fit. If you've been feeling a little weird and like, oh, man, I need to protect my energy, do a clearing. Check out my Know Thyself playlist. Check out the grounding and clearing meditation. Check out the Kabbalistic cross. Check out the spiritual protection magic video. If you look down in the description box below this video, there's playlists. All of my playlists are listed. Go to the Know Thyself playlist. Check out those videos and anything else that you're spiritually, intuitively pulled to that will help to clear your energy. Her appearance in a reading signifies a time of creative and spiritual awakening. It's a reminder of the power of the heart and our ability to rise again after a time of karmic heaviness. The souls of Venus, her sons and daughters upon this earth, are not spiritually bound by the mass consciousness of human collective. They naturally vibrate at a more loving frequency. They can be genuinely astonished by the cruelty, meanness, and displays of dominance that typify the dark side of the human nature. Yet, they've chosen to temporarily incarnate, to bind their souls temporarily to the laws of nature. As they grow alongside their beloved earthly brothers and sisters, they share the higher resonance of their heart light, opening up a way for human evolution. The spiritual sons and daughters of Venus belong here, yet at an inner level, they know that they're not from here. This oracle reminds you that you're not bound by the ways of this world, and that part of your higher purpose is to help heal, soften, and awaken humanity, even if you find it hard to feel at home on Earth, perhaps sensing that you're from the stars, Venus, or otherwise. Know that you're meant to be here and that you belong in a very special way. There's a home for you here with the Earth Mother. You're loved and needed and will attract whatever support you require to fulfill your destiny. Venus souls have a particular talent for creating beauty, working with light and spiritual energy, and calling to them whatever they want and need. You have your own healing journey, and part of that journey is your spiritual training in the ways of the earth at this time. This will teach you what is needed to heal yourself and others. You do not need to be afraid of the ways of the world. You're part of a spiritual team that is here to help transform mass consciousness. Theta is the narrow range between 7 and 8 hertz, which we access during deeper meditations and light sleep, including the dream state. The brain enters this state during the quote-unquote in-between times, such as when we're falling asleep or waking up from a deep sleep. These are moments in which our capacity to create our own consciousness is heightened. At these times, we become aware of deep-seated programming and are able to heal by reframing it. During this state, you're conscious, yet your body is deeply relaxed. You see everyday realities through your inner spiritual eye, and you come to understand yourself and your life with spiritual insight. Put simply, you may see things differently when you're in the theta state, and your life may make much more sense to you. In a reading, the appearance of this oracle is special reassurance from Spirit that everything is unfolding within the protective grace of divine love, even if sometimes it appears not to be so. It also indicates that you have the power to heal yourself and change your life for the better. So for this healing process, if you feel guided to connect with it, it says find a place where you can relax, such as a bed or a lounge, without being disturbed or distracted. Place a hand on your heart and say the following prayer. I call upon the spiritual guidance which loves me unconditionally, and the higher guiding angels of Venus and Theta, that I may experience through grace, mercy, and compassion that which is most beneficial to my well-being for the greatest spiritual good of all sentient beings. It's now time to go through the relaxation process. You can do this in whatever way works best for you, but if you like to use a visualization in your breath to imagine you're softly and gently letting your mind settle into your body and your body settle into the earth. As you relax, feel increasingly still and rest your awareness in the present moment. Let your awareness continue to settle and rest deeper within, rather than focusing on what is happening around you. You may be aware of sounds, for example, but as you turn your awareness within, they'll have less of an effect on you. You're neither fully alert nor fully asleep. You can be aware of the world around you, yet focused on nothing in particular. Impressions will come and go, rest, drift, be in this in-between state of being for as long as you'd like. When you've had enough of this experience, ground yourself with some physical movements. You may not realize how far you've drifted out of everyday awareness until you begin to return to it. Take your time to ground yourself fully, and then you've completed this healing process. And again, simply just a message of slowing down. So a repeating message through this to slow down and to connect, right? To go within at this time, Scorpio. Very important. We're at the red light. We're waiting for it to turn green. Where it's this energy where it probably feels like you've been sitting at a red light for too long, and we're really anxious for the light to turn green, but the divine is coming through saying, yo, it's going to turn green exactly when it's supposed to. Chill. And what that means is, like, if we're at the red light and we're wanting to go, man, when is this thing going to turn green, right? We have energy that is actually being pushed out or projected in some way, like, right? We're wasting energy. And I hope that makes sense, because what I've been seeing the message be is I can see collective sitting in meditation and cultivating energy, like consciously pulling energy in, like you're a battery that is charging for this next, right? And so I hope that makes sense. But all through the collective, the messages have really been to go within, to pause, to stop, to bring stillness and silence into the equation. There's a lot going on. There's downloads coming through. There's guidance, release, all of that. And we have to give that stuff a chance to go through us. And if the thoughts are always like this, there's no room for that to happen, right? So you can kind of edge God out in that way. Let's grab one of these Moonology cards for Scorpio. Balance spirituality and practicality. Believe in the impossible and look at the bigger picture. A new start is coming, and a new romantic cycle is beginning as well. So for those of you that are like, this is romantic shit that you're kind of dealing with, that dynamic that you've experienced, since you are learning and integrating and not making, you're not going to have to experience that dynamic anymore, right? It's like you passed the class, Scorpio. Ma, what's the message for Scorpio, please? Thank you and thank you. Yep. When all hope is lost and a way forward cannot be sensed, Kali's love will find a way. If the path does not yet exist, then it shall be created. If you cannot see or feel how you can move from where you are to where you want to be, then Kali's wisdom and grace will manifest at the perfect time to provide what is needed. Vishwamata. Although you may be in circumstances that you'd prefer not to be in at this time, you're actually in a position of unrealized spiritual power. You will gain benefit from what is transpiring when the relevant learning and personal growth have been acknowledged and integrated. These circumstances are giving way to a more favorable situation, Scorpio. I hope this message helped. That is looking like it's going to be it, though, for today. Before we tap out fully, we're going to take a deep cleansing breath. We're going to use our will, our imagination, our visualization to draw from the air this divine cosmic light, this prana. Picture it as white or gold light filling your body, filling your aura. Then we're going to pause and hold the breath at the top and imagine ourselves glowing brighter and brighter. Then as we release, we're going to exhale as forcefully as we can. Watching any negativity, any doubt, any anxiety, anger, hatred, any lower frequencies, any unforgiveness, any blockages, period. We're going to watch all of that leaving us in the form of black or gray, smoke or static, so the divine can help us transmute that. So first things first, take a deep breath out, completely empty your lungs, and then we'll get this breath in. Go ahead, breathe out. All the way out. Empty, empty, empty. Now breathe in. Hold it. Squeeze, mula bandha, lift up on your perineum, raise that energy up your spine. Now pull it down, lock it into your heart space. Watch yourself glowing as bright as you can. Squeeze, 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 and release. Scorpio gang, gang. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you again for being here. I hope this message found everybody well and in great spirits. Hope this eclipse season in Portal is treating you well, right? I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. I will see you beautiful beings on the next reading.